I know. This is how we do. Let's go. Seminole Nation, brand Nolebians here. Fear the spit, we got the new flavor that's in your ear. We dope, raw and gritty, rep from city to city. We the intelligent committee and we bringing that smoke. Sports, entertainment, politics, and lifestyle. Garnet and gold, the colors, we earned our stripes now. Sit back, relax, rock with Doc and Black. When you hear that music bumping, it's time to do something. Let's go, let's go.
No nation. It's your boy Doc. I'm here to kick the ancestral science to you. Our boy C Black is in the laboratory working on some technical factors and some more digital media stuff. So I have a guest here today. I brought my dog, I brought my line brother, my back, from Chi Theta, Summer 94 Purple Thunder, Sean Hamlet. Sean, you played from 1992 to 1996 for the state, right?
Right.
Safety, you played behind Richard Coles.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I didn't play behind Rich Gold. We played together.
Oh, okay.
I love Rich, but yeah, Rich was definitely, he was first team, I was second team. He
Okay.
won a national championship. So,
That's fine. Rich was like 12 years older than you.
yeah, I learned a lot from Rich.
Yeah.
Rich was
Okay.
and I
Okay.
line brother,
Okay. Absolutely. And I like that. And were you there with JD? Was he?
JD was, his senior year was my freshman year.
Okay.
So I redshirted, but yeah, I was with JD and LeVon Brown, Mojo,
Okay.
Leon Fowler. Yeah, I was there with those guys.
Some good names, Seminole Nation.
Yeah.
You remember those days? Yeah. Well, listen. Sean's here to break down some video for us. Like I said, he was a safety, a free safety,
Right.
Florida State. I still felt like he should have tried for the league. I felt like he had opportunity there.
Right.
But that's another conversation. We'll have.
Yeah. Everybody don't make it.
Yeah, that's true. Only less than 1%. Remember that, athletes. Less than 1% make it from college to the NFL.
Yeah.
So the reality of it is you have more chance of being successful going to college and getting a degree. Right?
Yeah.
Right. So keep that in mind. You know, when you make your major, you need to make a major that you have an opportunity with in life, not just underwater basket weaving. Do something that you can potentially do in life.
Right. We are student athletes at the end of the day, so you're there definitely to play football. Football takes a lot of your time, but make sure you're using your in-class time wisely too. And get a degree. You know, don't spend 4 years on the field with nothing to show for it. You know, if you go to the league, that's great. I mean, everybody's dream is to go to the NFL. So, but if you don't make it, you need something to fall back on. So get your degree.
Heard it here first. All right, Sean, without further delay, let's get into this film breakdown. All right. Let me know what you see here in this pre-snap setup.
Kicker? Oh.
Yeah, what do you see in this pre-snap setup?
It looks like it might be, look, it's cover two.
Oh, okay.
So we got two safeties up top, press man, so they're going to try to stretch it with verticals. I see they got tight end, so 3-1 up top. Yeah. So more than likely they're going to try to stretch him in the middle. Oh, the tight end blocked.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's number 9 too, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a good throw. That's the way you beat cover twos down the middle of the field. But in this instance, I think it was good coverage. He dropped it in between the safety and the nickelback. So I don't think there's too much more you can do to defend that one. That was a great throw and catch.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you like the coverage.
Yeah.
You like the coaching decision to run cover 2. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Fine. All right. So let's look at this next play.
Right.
This is a replay of the same play we just saw. Beautiful pass.
Right.
He went up and got it.
Yeah, he just dropped it in.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. This is the second play. Do you have any pre-snap?
Well, yeah, on the pre-snap, I think the first thing the quarterback is going to see is a linebacker up top on the slot, which looks like to be the tight end, and then there's other cover guys down here on the running back. So automatically, I think that's a mismatch. You know, so we got a safety deep, and like they press across with man. So, and I saw the camera angle on the TV version of this when I was watching the game, and the safety definitely moved away from the linebacker side. So it kind of left the linebacker on the island. They ran all verticals. He looked them off, looked back, and it was an easy throw.
Okay, so you feel like in this particular set
Right.
that maybe what could have been done was there could have been some tweaks in
Right.
personnel.
I think I would have put the nickel back on the flex guy
Okay.
and let the linebacker stay in on the back.
Okay.
I mean, I think this guy is going to be way better of a cover guy than a linebacker is going to be. Even though that might be a tight end, he's flex. You know, they got athletes on the other side of the ball.
Yeah, they do.
So I'm not saying we don't. I just think it's more difficult for a linebacker to cover an open space like that.
Okay. Let's watch this play.
Yeah. So there's not too much more the linebacker can do on that. You know, I think the safety has to give him more help.
Okay.
You know,
Okay. Okay.
it's just knowing your personnel.
But how subtle of a look was that when the quarterback, as a redshirt freshman?
He didn't. Well, if you look on the camera, he looks there straight ahead.
Huh?
Like once he got the snap, that's the first place he looked, because he had already made the pre. He knew he was going. That's just the X's and O's right there. I look, survey the field, linebacker on the flex. I got cover guys out here. Let me look them off over there. So Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
You know,
Easy money.
It's easy money. And from a freshman quarterback too, that's pretty good. I was pretty impressed with that guy. I mean, I think he has a good future. I think Miami did a good job by switching to him and getting away from I think Rozier was on the quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think they got a good future ahead of them. It's gonna be tough.
It's a big time play call by Mark Richt.
Right. Well,
It's a
Mark Richt's a big time coach.
Yes.
You know, like I said, Mark Richt coached at Florida State.
Yes.
Coached at Georgia, SEC. Now he's coaching Miami. This guy has some big, high-profile coaching jobs. It's not because he's a bad coach.
Right.
So.
Right. He was there during your time, wasn't he?
Yeah.
At Florida State?
Yeah, he's the office coordinator. Great guy, great family guy, great values. I mean, I just thought he was just a good guy, good coach. We had good coaches all around.
Yeah.
Back then, so just happy for him when he went to Georgia. Now I'm happy for him and also Ron Dugans in Miami.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't like Miami at all, nothing about him. You know, as a team, but I am proud of the success that the former Seminoles are having down there.
That's the thing to think about too. We never really analyzed that. We got two Seminoles,
Right.
even though Mark Richt played college football at Miami.
Yeah, he did.
But we have two people that came through the Bobby Bowden era
Right.
that are coaching big time football in Miami.
Right.
I mean, so do you feel like they have an extra incentive to beat their old school, or they still have a personal love?
They'll
for
always
football?
be Seminoles.
Uh-huh.
You know, Ron Dugans from Tallahassee. He's gonna always be a Seminole. You know, so wherever his coaching career takes him, Seminoles will always be home for him. But you know, he has to support, you know, the Hurricanes now. That's just the way it is. It's his job. It's his business. But coming through, it all goes with Coach Bowden. You know, it's just a tree. You know, just like Nick Saban has his tree of coaches. You know, they all going to different places. You know, half the coaches in the SEC now, I think, you know, coach they say under Saban at some point.
Yeah.
So it's just a testament to, you know, his ability to find talented coaches, his ability to develop them. The same way Coach Bowden developed coaches.
Right. So let me ask you this: transitioning over to South Florida, I saw a stat, and the stat talked about when Florida State won its national championships, and when other Florida schools won their national championships, they dominated recruiting in South Florida.
Right.
Because that's a hotbed for talent. I mean, the game is different down in South Florida. Do we agree?
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So, how do you compare, say, with Coach Rick's improving Miami's team and program,
Right.
to bringing a new coach in Coach Taggart, who is from Florida, played football, high school football in Florida.
Right.
How do you compare the two in South Florida, or in Florida in general, in their recruiting abilities?
Well, I think that it's going to be a battle. I think they're both really good. Coach Rick, back when Miami was really good, all the kids in Miami didn't want to go anywhere else. They went to Miami. Then Florida State, which Coach Amato, who recruited South Florida, found a way to get in there. You know, we started getting guys from South Florida to skip Gainesville and come to us. So nobody wants to go to Gainesville anyway.
Ever. Why would you?
So it was either Miami or Florida State, and that's what's going to get back to. I look for this rivalry to, you know, be reinvigorated. You know, it's going to be the kids. You know, they're going to have to make choices. Taggart's a great coach. Coach Rick, great coach. He's right there. Ron Dugans is a great recruiter. So it's going to be a battle. I think we have some great recruiters on our staff too. A couple of former high school coaches that can relate to these kids. You know, so it's just going to be a battle. But we have to have a better product on the field. People don't want to come nowhere and lose.
Right.
But also, losing is a recruiting tool.
because
you can
get
tell
these
them,
guys out of
hey,
here.
you come in here and play right now.
Right. Especially on the offensive line.
You got a 5-star. You can tell them, hey, you don't have to red shirt. You come play right now.
Right now.
Got a position for you.
And listen, you look at Georgia, and you look at they've been a perennial underachiever. They haven't won a championship since 1981.
Right.
80.
Herschel
Walker, right? And so now you're seeing that team on the rise.
Right.
And you have to give credit to Kirby Smart for that, right? Coach Saban's understudy. And you see a team like Tennessee who may be in the same predicament where they have talent. They've always had talent, but they've never really achieved anything since T. Martin days. In 1997, I believe they won the championship. Right?
Yep.
Right?
After Peyton Manning left.
After Peyton Manning, right. So, and that's Florida's big thing is Peyton Manning's never beat us, in football. So now you look at Coach Taggart here at Florida State, which last year before Coach Fisher left, we were 5-6. I mean, we were like 1-3 at one point, I believe, at the beginning of the season. So now you say, well, you have this this old program, but this new coach and this new staff that's going to come in this program, and they're going to bring their guys in, and they're going to bring their culture in. So they're trying to change a culture. And can you, expand on this topic? Winning. Like, people think you just put a whole bunch of good athletes on the field, and they should win. Kind of expand on winning as a culture.
Winning as a culture, you have to be, first of all, to win, it takes, you have to have the team mentality, and it has to be a cohesive unit. No one player is greater than the team. The team itself, wins together. So, you out there, you fighting for your brother. Coach Bowden always teach family, faith, football. So your family is on that field. You spend a lot of time with those guys on that field. And, one thing I think the Florida State would really hurt us was getting away from Burt Reynolds, but it wasn't us. The NCAA did away with, athletic dorms. So Burt Reynolds, we had to see each other every day for breakfast, lunch, dinner. No matter what, we had to walk by each other's room. You walk by Kids McCorvey's room, you're going to have to wrestle to get to your room. I used to watch Devin Bush walk past Dan Footman's room and just get abused all the way down. But it made you tough. It was that big brother mentality, just like we got in the frat.
Right.
It's that brotherhood. We go to battle with each other. We gonna fight, we gonna fuss, but then on Saturdays we gonna come together and we gonna win that football game because winning is everything.
Right.
Fans support is great, but if that stadium is completely empty, we still gonna go out and win because we playing for each other.
Right.
We ain't playing for nobody else.
Right. Which is kind of the reason why they have the bag. No one likes the bag.
Right.
They like the bag.
Right.
Do you remember that one player said, "Oh well." Do you remember that part?
Listen, the bag only works when you win.
Yes.
That's the point. Who cares with the bag? They have a bag, a handkerchief, naps. Who cares? Alabama got a belt. The belt is awesome. You know why? Because I almost cursed.
It's okay. It's okay. This brand Nolebians. We cuss sometimes. It's okay.
Because they 5-0.
Right.
6-0, whatever they are. They undefeated.
Right.
So it works. The belt is the best thing ever created. I think belts are great. Everybody had one. Green Bay Packers, I think, had one at one time. So the backpack is whatever. If we winning, they can have whatever they want to. We losing is awful.
Right.
It's going to catch all the flack in the world. The turnover chain is what it is.
Right.
It's Gotti. It's Miami. What you expect. I mean, it fits the mentality of a Miami football team. The old days you see them boys dancing, the smoke come out the tunnel, sapping them, dancing. I mean, that's just what Miami is. It's flamboyant. Uncle Luke,
right.
It's flamboyant, so they got a chain. What else do you expect?
But that's a good point, is that they have a level of expectation.
Right.
That's Miami. So you see on the sideline, you see all those ex-Miami players in the 80s and the 90s and 2000s, they're coming back because they want these kids to understand, these young men to understand, is there's an expectation in Miami. So, what is Florida State's personality? What is it? If you look at that team, you say there's one player on their team that defines their personality. I think it was Dalvin Cook, a couple years ago. What is it now?
Right. I don't know. There's always one dominant figure on the team that the team embraces their personality. I think it was definitely Charlie Ward. He was a silent assassin. He didn't say much, but when he stepped on that field on Saturdays, he destroyed everybody. Jameis Winston, he was obviously the voice of that team.
Yeah.
And they fed off of him.
Yeah.
All those boys around him, They fed off of him. He was the leader. I don't know who the leader of this team is. I haven't heard anybody say anything.
Right.
You know, I don't know. I don't know who's going to step up, who's going to come out of the shadows and lead this team to glory.
Maybe Brian Burns, maybe?
He's pretty good.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I've never heard him talk. I don't know if they're on the gag order. You know, I really don't watch the press conference and all that stuff, but everybody knew that Jameis was in charge of this team.
Right.
I don't know who's in charge of the team right now. I know Coach Taggart is the head coach.
Right.
He's a head coach, right? Lethal simplicity. That's it.
Right.
What player do I see out there yelling at other players? I don't know. Who's getting in each other's face? You know, I could be on the sideline. I can remember Coach Andrews yelling at the offensive coaches. You know, they put us in a bad situation. Coach Andrews gonna get on them to protect us. You know, but that's what we had, the back and forth.
Right.
You know, so and it's just different.
Okay. But you're a Florida State alum. Right. You're a Florida State fan.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna always be a Florida State fan.
Well, I'm a former player.
Right.
So therefore, there's a difference between being a former player and a fan.
What's the difference?
The time spent, the blood, sweat, and tears that we left on that field. The bricks that we put in that stadium to help build it. You know, you can appreciate it more when it's 100 degrees in August and they have to cancel practice because everybody passing out. You know, so that's the stuff the fans don't see. There's no fair weather fans. I don't even know what that means.
Well, they have an indoor stadium now.
Right. Well, you know, I'm a indoor stadium. That's awesome too.
I mean, indoor.
That's a nice facility.
Indoor field.
You know, it's just different as a former player because you know the sacrifices those guys go through. So, and I expect a lot from them because a lot was expected from me and my teammates when we played.
Right.
You know, so I'm not gonna let them off the hook. It's no excuses.
Right.
I think that was the motto in 1992. No excuses.
I don't
know what the team motto is now.
Yeah.
You know what team motto is?
I don't.
Right. So every year we had one. No excuses. And the refs, who cares?
I think I do know the team motto.
Who cares?
Do something.
Do something.
That's the team motto.
Right.
So it's time to do something.
No, it's time to win something. Winning cures everything, Sadat.
I agree.
I
agree. The bag is irrelevant if you win it, right?
If you win it, the bag is irrelevant. You know, everybody's gonna have their opinion. You know, opinions like, can you say asshole?
You just did.
Oh, opinions like assholes. Everybody got one.
Right. Right.
You know, but winning cures everything. We got a good team. We got good coaches. I think they fight. They just need to learn how to win. That's it. They just got to win some games, man.
But it's a culture, though, isn't it? It's
a culture
to know how to win, to know how to put the nail in the coffin.
Right, but I think the culture is changing. They got some good. They got Charlie Wood back involved.
Yeah.
Coach Andrews back involved. I know Mario Edwards is still over there.
Mm-hmm.
And Odell is he's one of the greatest Seminoles ever.
Yes.
As a player and a coach. So I think Willie Taggart has brought a breath of fresh air to the program. Now the honeymoon is over.
It's over. It's done.
Yeah, the honeymoon's over. You here? It's just time for us to win. You know, collectively as a team. Everybody says it's progress. It is progress. Yeah, but I want to win. Progress was, I just want to win, man. That's it.
What would you say to the fans that's watching this broadcast in regards to the status of Florida State football right now? Because Nolebians covers everything now, not just football, but right now it's football season. So give those football fans something to hold on to.
Something to hold on to. The way the season ended last year with Jimbo's departure, I think there's been a lot of turmoil internally within, Florida State as a system. But I think we're on the right track now, but we got to start getting some W's. We can support till we blue in the face, but we just got to start winning. Yesterday was a great example of how we are not ready to win. Maybe they're not ready for success yet, but I think they're going to get there. And I think Coach Taggart is definitely the right guy. Definitely going to support Coach Taggart 100%. I think he's going to get it done in his staff. I think we're going to have a great recruiting season. Because I want to win now. There's just no excuses not to win. And I talk about winning a lot because winning is not, winning is not the only thing.
It's not everything.
It's not everything. It's the only thing.
That's right.
Winning is the only thing. So, yeah, that's all I have to say. Stay tuned. I think it's going to be good. Nebraska, Florida State in 2 years in the national championship. calling it right now. Scott Frost versus Coach Taggart. Scott Frost getting beat up right now in Nebraska.
Right.
But I think in 2 years, he's going to turn that program around, and we definitely going to be in the hunt.
Yeah.
In 2 years. So we're going to get some lethal simplicity players in here to complement our coach.
In essence, Seminole Nation, what he's saying to you is you have to be somewhat patient and understanding. And it's hard to because we want to win, and that's the culture that we come from. But in today's environment, winning is tough to do. So I think that Coach Taggart is trying to implement his own philosophy on this program. It's going to take some time. He's got to get his recruits in. His coaches has to learn his players, and they have to develop a cohesiveness, and I think that's going to take time, but they've made improvements almost every game.
Right.
This offensive line did a pretty decent job in blocking most of the game.
Right.
So listen, Miami won 2 of the last 9 games. They haven't won a home game against Florida State since like 2004 in that stadium. So don't lose it, okay? Stay focused, stay positive, stay in tune. Brand Nolebians, check us out, www.brandnolebians.com. Find us on Facebook, find us on Instagram, we're on SoundCloud, we're on Podbean, we're everywhere, No Nation. Find us. Sean, brother, appreciate you coming out. You got to come back.
Oh, yeah, I'll be back.
We're going to have you and the other 90s Noles. We're going to do a broadcast right here live, right?
Yeah.
And No Nation tune in. Okay, we love you. Win.
Win.
Peace.